Friends, welcome to my workplace at Ranaghat, West Bengal, India. This patient has generalized weakness of zonule. We will see that in a short time. Let us see the surgery from the beginning to the end, almost unedited. By this time, the incisions have been made, and now an air bubble has been injected. My plan is to stain the anterior capsule of the cataract with trypan blue dye underneath this air bubble, and here goes the dye. The dye didn't touch one part of the anterior capsule. This should not happen. The dye should touch all parts of the anterior capsule. The dye is washed out with BSS, and now the anterior chamber is filled up with 2% hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose. The air bubble should come out while we inject the SPMC. And now see what happens as I try to make a puncture at the center of the anterior capsule. I am pressing quite hard, but I cannot pierce the capsule. See the wrinkling of the anterior capsule. This means generalized weakness of the zonule. In such cases, we should not press harder. We should take a sharp needle and cut the anterior capsule. And now I take the Oertli forceps again. I inject some more visco. I take the Oertli forceps, hold the capsular tag and rotate the tag anti-clockwise. And my plan is to get a rhexis of about 5.25 millimeter. And I could do the rhexis quite well. Now, hydrodissection. The fluid wave went to the other side. I pressed the nucleus. The fluid wave came anteriorly along the equator, but in such cases, I do not try, and I advise surgeons following me not to try rotating with only one instrument. Rotate bimanually. With bimanual rotation, zonular stress is much less. And now I am going to do direct vertical chop. Zonular stress is less with direct vertical chop. We hold the nucleus, lift the nucleus up little bit and chop. The chopper in this case is designed by me. It is just a modified Sinskey hook. It's a little thicker and stouter than a Sinskey hook. The tip is buried into the substance of the nucleus, and the nucleus get a nice crack. Come to the other side, hold on heminucleus with vacuum. I could not separate the heminuclei nicely. I hold it here and make another chop. And this free piece I am emulsifying now itself. Ultrasonic energy being used is 60%. ultrasound is set at 60%, but I am probably using much less ultrasound. We should use ultrasound judiciously. The machine is Oertli Catarex 3. The ultrasound is in continuous mode, but I am using ultrasound intermittently and whenever the tip is occluded. During emulsification of the last piece, I increase the vacuum to 300 and flow rate 30 in this case. Before that, the vacuum was 400 and flow rate was 40. A nucleus is removed, and now I removed a small speck of cortex, and then I said no, I should not try this case cortical removal with phaco handpiece. Zonule is weak, the capsule is coming forward. In such cases, we should try safer methods. I am using a Simcoe cannula 23 gauge and very gently taking care that I don't catch the capsule. I am removing the cortex. This small speck of cortex, could not remove that. Yes, now it has come. I go through the side port and remove this cortex, subincisional cortex. It is done. I have only one side port. The width of this side port is about 1.7 millimeter, and it is adequate for a 23 gauge Simcoe. I am enlarging the main wound to about 3 millimeter because I am going to use a B cartridge, and here goes a single piece of focal hydrophobic intraocular lens. The trailing haptic as well as the leading haptic has gone into the capsular bag. Since I have not used visco, a lot of time is saved, about 2 minutes, at least 1 minute time is saved if we can do hydroimplantation of an intraocular lens. The side port has been closed by hydrosuture, and this is formation of the anterior chamber. Now the integrity of all the wounds are checked, few drops of moxie is applied over the ocular surface, and the case is concluded. Thank you very much for your attention. Hope this video will help you in managing cataracts with weak zonule.